And the rest of us aren't?
I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from all day.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Chicago Blues.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Chicago Blues. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Jackson. He's able to find Wallace. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check. Go. 50 seconds to Mike. Let's go. Hey, check Mike, 57.
2nd and 10. Well, connecting here with DJ Sharp. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Go. Leo. Yo, cheetah. Back.
On first down, Pearson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed them. So now he brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check, cross, cross, cross.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Running with Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Hey, exit.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Check 52. Check.
They'll run on 1st down. Pearson. And he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards into Chicago 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Pearson.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
He's checking.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
On 2nd down now, Pearson. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Watch it. Recon, 152 fighter. Safety's creeping. Check 31. Alert 3. Alert 3. Get it.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
Check 26, check 26.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Throwing again. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
60 outlaw. Where's the mic? Watch what? Watch what? I'm here all day. Hey, orbit. Ready?
Following the fumble recovery. Herbert, he's going to rifle one deep left side. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down, Pearson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards into Chicago first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Throwing on first down, Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Look at me. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Off the bootleg. Herbert rolling to his right. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse, still accurately.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back, and they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Ready? 10-2 stop.
On 3rd down, Pearson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And a nice gain at 21 yards.
He just out for the game.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Herbert, they'll roll him out right. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Six-man. Check curls, check curls.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And an alley to run. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run. This is Kamara, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Sanders' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I can tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team. 12 yards there and a first down.
60 Pittsburgh. You remember me? Let's go, baby. Hey, let's go.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hey, check. 3 down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
15 line.
Off the bootleg. Herbert sliding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
61, matchbox lights. Two.
From the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football because I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball down.
They'll be going for 6. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jackson. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Off offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a give, right side. Pearson, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. Squeeze, double up.
Ready? Off the play fake. Herbert, he's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, they moved back over 500 at 3-2 now.